I wanted to use as what is called a sankalpa. It's a mental technology that we use to focus and center ourselves. And I really like this. I would really like this statement. Are you open to believing these limitations can be eliminated? Are you open to believing that these limitations can be eliminated? And right now, so many people are just not open. And the eruption as a result of a lack of opening and a belief in transformation is igniting a deep sense of pain and anguish in all of us and suffering. And so I invite you to begin to examine your own beliefs and enter into a state of willing transformation. And we'll start that work today together to self-locate. This practice is about self-locating those places that have been so shut down from fear or are holding a tremendous amount of tension and fear. And we will access those places with our therapy balls, with our movement, and with our breath. We'll just take a moment and say to yourself, am I open to believing these limitations can be eliminated? Am I open to believing these limitations can be eliminated? Nice inhale in. Let it go. Let's do that again. Nice inhale in. And exhale. Okay. Let's begin our practice by muting ourselves, literally. And take your hands, and I'd like for you to push and rub at the same time. So if you notice that you're doing this, immediately begin to drop your shoulders down. I don't know if you can see me, but you can seriously notice how low my left is and how high my right is. You're like that too, but yours maybe looks different. Chelsea, bring your arms forward now. Yeah, out here, good. And I want you to move your hands away from your body and off to the left and use your right hand a lot. Drop your your front elbow, Cheryl, a little bit. So yeah, there you go. And then come along and around to the front and switch the pressure to more of the left hand, doing more of the work while the right hand is the receiver. Oh, can you feel that tension building? Yeah. And let's go up here, up high. Oh my goodness. And then down low. Let's go everywhere. Karen, I wish I could see you. And in a circle. Oh, keep it going. Work, work, work. Oh, hi. Oh, 2 and 1 and relax. Ah, let that out. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Go get off of me. Ugh. Ugh. Wow. Let me be. Yeah, hold your elbows here. And do little twists. I hear a lot of cracking in myself when I do that. And then stop when your right elbow is forward and lift your chest. Big inhale. Stay there for the exhale. Slightly twist to the right. Lift up nice and tall through your elbows even more, unless you're protecting your shoulders, Frida. And back to center and release your arms down. Woo! So take your sticky little sweaty hands now. I hope they're a little sticky and sweaty. And I want you to slide them like you're trying to get a dog to swallow the pill. Like really swipe just on one side. I want you to pull your trapezius muscle forward and down. Oh. And now I want you to go to the back of your neck. Notice that when I go to the back, I turn my head away and then I turn it toward as I slide my hand forward. Go up behind your ear and use your fingertips, not the tippy tip where your nail is, but the finger pads, and rub behind your ear. And now use your fingers. Can you see where my clavicle is here? I want you to go under your clavicle. Try not to push hard on the, if you feel the brachial plexus nerve, just move your fingers. You don't want to shoot pain. I just want you to go in there and under there. It's called subclavicular. And then go close, very close to your sternum right here. The side of your sternum. Hi, Clifford, welcome. Hi, Cliff. And work through where your sternocleido continuity is, and then relax. Do a little side to side and see if you can feel a difference between the left side of your neck and the right. If you can feel the difference, give me a thumbs up so I know that that's something that works for you. Good. Oh, look at you, Marion Abear. She gave me a double thumb. All right, let's do the other side. So I do little commercials from time to time just to distract you from your thoughts. Marion Abear, who is on this, she designed my website. She's a very talented woman, and I like to share when people do amazing things for you because it's rare that you get to brag about them in a public forum like this. Hi, Carmel. Oh, she's hooking in. And we're going to go to the back of your neck.
Hello.
Hi, love. Just mute yourself and join us. We're petting ourselves. We're having a pet fest. Oh. Across, and then let's go subclavicular. So I want you to notice that your clavicle goes all the way out to your acromion process. I want you to use your fingertips to manually self-locate personal tension. So somebody needs to mute. Oh, it's you. Who is this? I think it's Cliff. Cliff, you need to mute. Oh, I think I can mute you. Yeah. And then go to where your clavicle meets your sternum in your, and then feel your manubrium. This is the top of your sternum. And then feel for your sternocostal joints where your ribs meet your sternum. And because you're alone, I want you to do a little cough here. Go, like notice if you can feel the vibration of these tight connectivities. And I want you to go down on your chest here, between, down to the bottom of your sternum. And sometimes I do this. Just move the tissues. Don't push on your xiphoid process, the lowest part. That kind of doesn't feel so good. It's kind of like pushing on your tailbone. And then get that off. Woo. Monica, your neck looks longer now. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do next. So you need to be on your floor. If you don't have a wood floor or a place, can any of you not have a place where you could be on a wood or a tile floor? You're gonna watch what I'm gonna do, and then I want you to go away and do it, okay? So watch me. You're gonna start here, crisscross applesauce with the other leg on top. And I want you to do this. And slide along the floor. We're just gonna warm up our torso, and you're gonna notice, like me, that I start to go one direction. And the problem with that is that I'm not working the other side. Oh yeah, you could do that in a chair, Karen. Look at you do that, you smart lady. Monica, you may want to try that. You could probably just do that on your thing that you're sitting on, your reformer. You getting tired? I hope. Whew. I'm coming back to you. Oh, and then take a break. Big inhale in and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to come up to stand, and I want you to get one yoga tune-up ball. So D-tote. I'm going to have you put the ball, watch me first, take your right hand and put it over your left shoulder. So I want you to feel the spine of the scapula, and then find where it ends at the medial border of your scapula, the highest point. That's where the ball is going, right on that spot. Put it on the wall. And just begin to either sustain compression, like literally just lean on it without any movement, and just lean. Monica, you may be in like incredible amounts of sensation. If you want to use a bigger ball, feel free to, any of you. While you're pinning that location, turn your head to the left and to the right. Turn your head toward the ball and then elevate your shoulder. You can do this laying on the floor or at the wall. Elevate your shoulder like you're saying, what? Melanie? Oh, Zachary? Can't hear me, sorry. Elevate and depress. Elevate, depress. Now, without any major movement, I want you to bounce yourself like this. Little tiny bounce against it, percussive movements. Laura, you can always put a brick under your butt if you want to get more, or even your gorgeous ball. Internally rotate and externally rotate the arm that's connected to the ball. And just sustain compression for a moment. Do the bottom of a no, like nose all the way to your chest. And then all the way away. And then dismount. Whew. Yeah. Ball in your left hand over the right shoulder, either on the floor or on the wall. Feel free to sustain compression for a moment, and if you're on the floor, lift your hips really high and throw some weight into it. Turn your head towards and away. Turn your head towards and lift your shoulder. That's a big contraction of levator scapula. And then relax your shoulder down and relax your head. And just do a little, I don't care, or what's up? Hey guys, what's up? Lift and lower your shoulder. That's funny, Cheryl, you can't stop lifting your both shoulders. You're only try to just lift and lower one. And then maybe do a little bouncy, bouncy, bouncy with your chest against the ball. And then dismount. That's a lot of work. Continue breathing while you watch me set up for the next rollout. And this one we will do on the floor. If at any point you feel it's too much pressure, just go to the wall. So I'm going to have with me a block. And in some cases, you might need a blanket for under your head. But watch me do this first. The balls will kiss together at the very lowest point of my neck. So it's not my back, it's my neck, but the lowest point around C7 and T1, thoracic spine vertebrae T1. You'll place that on the floor and then hold your hair away and your head away from the floor and lift your hips. And then just act like you're sort of driving a bus with your elbows. So this is the first thing. Now just watch me for a moment, okay? The way I'm going to move the balls down is to push into my feet and move the balls down a little. And then I'm going to start teaching you a variety of things to do. You can slide your brick underneath your hips and be in this position. So begin your rolling practice. You cannot have your head close to a wall because we're going to be putting our arms over our head. So make sure that there's plenty of space behind you over your head space to move. Begin with the soles of your feet on the floor, knees bent. Kiss the balls together at the lowest place of your neck. Bring your hands behind your head and make sure your hair is completely away. Elevate your chin towards your chest just a little bit and lift your hips way up into the sky. Excellent, Cheryl. I'm going to pin you if you don't mind, Cheryl, in case anybody can see, because I need to instruct. Okay, her hips are really lifted and she's just going to point her elbow tips towards the sky and she's going to drive a bus with her elbows. Yes. Make sure you're breathing the whole time. You can move slowly or not at all. Now, just lay your head back on the floor, taking your hands out. Keep your hips lifted and push the balls down your back 1 full inch using your feet. Yeah, and then really lift your hips up high. Monica, if this is too much for you, go to the wall, okay? With your hips up, really lifted up high, sustaining compression, breathe here. I really like, Marion has her elbows on the floor and she's sort of using her elbows to help her glide the balls sort of side to side or up and down. Take a brick and put it under your hips now. And if your head is not touching the floor or you feel like your head is dangling, slide a blanket under your head. Move the balls down 1 thoracic vertebrae. Karen Dix, you're way too close to the wall behind you. I think you're going to start to fly into the wall. Cool. Okay. Safety hazard. Place the balls like 2 inches below your neck on your upper back. Bring your arms into the sky and conduct an imaginary orchestra. Not with your fingers, Monica, with your arms. There you go. Bend your elbows. You're the stiffest conductor I've ever seen. You're so cute. Pretend like your arms are sea kelp. Not like you're seeking help. Sea kelp. Frida's conducting some amazing symphony, I can see. Now open your arms as wide as you can, like you want to give the most welcoming hug to someone you haven't seen in a long time. And then close your arms across your chest and give yourself the biggest hug. And rock side to side like your body is a canoe and the water is hitting you on one side and then the other. I wish it was Tushy Tuesday. Bring your arms over your head to the wall behind you. Lift your hips up and roll the balls down 1 thoracic vertebrae. If you don't know what I mean by that, let me know. And choose something to do here. One of my favorite things to do is to reach your arms over your head and pick cherries from a tree that's behind you. Try sustaining compression, like literally bring your arms down at your sides and lay there while the balls are underneath you. Just move your legs slowly side to side and notice what that feels like. Hi, Stacy, welcome. Roll your knees to the right, just to the right, and then bring your arms over your head and lean and rock side to side with your upper body. How's that feel, Marion Bear? Good, okay. And then bring your arms back in for a moment and knock your knees to the left and then replace your arms above your head. Take a huge inhale in. Open your mouth and say, ah. Kiss the balls together wherever they are. Bring your knees back into the center and roll the balls down one more thoracic vertebrae. You should be mid scapula or maybe the bottom of the scapula. Bring your arms out into stop sign position or cactus, and then turn the cactus shape down and the cactus shape up. Down and up. Hope you're doing okay, Monica. Really breathe here. And then discontinue that. Stretch your arms over your head so far. Like, I mean, really try to reach your arms away, massively reach. Improve your reach. Now just bring your right arm down at your side with your left arm over your head and look over your right shoulder. Try to improve the turn of your head completely. Bring your head back to center and switch arms. Try to reach your thumb toward the floor behind you. So turn your thumb down towards the floor and try to touch the floor behind you with your thumb and turn your face towards the camera or to the left. See how far you can turn your head. And then we're going to switch like this, like a little soldier, switching the arms and switching the gaze. Good, Laura. Just really breathe there. It's beautiful. Roll the balls down to your bra strap line. And put your feet on the floor. You might want to take the brick out from under your tush at this point, if you have it. And kind of scrub the floor with your back. Like, you're so cute, Cheryl Goldman. Very good at that. She's very good. Yeah, and then stay here for a moment and breathe. Reach your right arm over your head and roll slightly towards the right. Take a big inhale in and go, let the ball push the breath out. And then you'll switch sides. The left arm goes over your head and lean slightly to the left. And then take a huge inhale. And then go, Bring your arms back to your side. Roll the balls down just one more vertebrae. It's about the lowest place on your ribs on the back body. Take your right knee into your chest and hug it in. Bounce your knee toward your chest. Oh, bounce, bounce, bounce. Straighten your right leg into the sky and point the leg up. Roll your ankle. Then come over there and tickle your toes. Bring your knee into your chest, hug it in. Place your right foot back on the floor. Take your left knee into your chest, hug it in. Bounce, 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 bounce. You can outstretch your legs straight into the sky. I love it. Chelsea's using her upper back, her like arms to sort of stabilize herself there. It looks really stable and good. And then bend your knee, place your foot back on the floor. Reach under you with your hands to take the balls out. And then quietly lay your spine on the floor. Observe. Observed relaxation. There's no need to rush. Am I ready to believe that these limitations can be eliminated? Okay, roll to your side, and I'd like for you to watch this. Here, here's the spine of my scapula. You can slide your fingers in there. There's a muscle in there called your supraspinatus. It's one of the 4 rotator cuff muscles. Sometimes we call it the son of a Mitch muscle, whoever Mitch is. So the ball is going in that spine, that bowling alley, and watch what I do here. So I'm going to put it in the spine, and sometimes I need to I'm going to take this out so you can see, but I like to have a blanket under my head, but I'm not going to have it here for a moment. I'm going to lift my hips way up and throw the weight in there. The supraspinatus does this with the arm. I want you to do that, and I want you to try to move the ball out to the acromion and back, like all along the gutter. It's called gutter ball. You can have your head resting on something. This is pretty massive, and we don't generally dig in this area. What do you need, Monica? Let me unmute you. Unmute. I can't unmute you, Monica.
Okay. We couldn't see you. You were not in the camera. You
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll do it again.
Scooch that way for it. Yeah, scooch away from the camera.
Thank you. I didn't realize that. Okay, let me demonstrate that again. Thanks. Spine here. Let me repin myself. Pin video. Okay. Spine of scapula. It's not under it, it's above it. More toward the front, the anterior. I'm going to lay the ball on there, and my hips go way up, okay? And I'm going to move it along the gutter here in the spine of my scapula. If you need a pillow, place a pillow under your head. Sometimes the ball feels too hard. Hide the ball under some blanket if you need to. So you're going to lean your weight towards the side that you're rolling, and your hips go way up. I don't know why that just happened. Why does that keep happening? Why is that happening? Continue breathing here. If you can't breathe, you're in too deep. And then I'd like for you to do this just for a moment or two of the lifting and lowering of the arm or sustaining compression. And then you'll dismount. What I mean by dismount is just take the ball out. How was that, Chelsea? Okay, okay. So let's just notice in between. I'd like for you to do a little test. See if you can really, which side is easier to accomplish this movement. I can definitely feel a difference between my right side and my left. In an interesting way, it's not just range of motion, it's also strength. And the way I test the strength, this is so cool. You'll come to the wall and take the arm that you did not roll and push it into the wall, and then compare it to the arm that you did roll. Like maybe you'll feel a true difference between the recruitability of those muscles. And now we'll do the other side. Ball into the gutter. Ugh. Throw your weight towards the ball. Maybe sustain compression. Hips hike as high as you can. Let the grippiness of the ball sort of smear the tissue out towards the shoulder. And then dismount and breathe. Just lay there and breathe. Do some snow angels with your arms and see if you feel a difference between point A and point B. Okay. So the next work we're going to do is with this gorgeous ball, my gorgeous ball. Do any of you not have one? Does everybody have one? Okay. Cool. Oh, that works. Yeah, Chelsea, it's perfect. Oh, and it has a smiley face. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, I call this technique, or actually Trina Altman calls this technique, swoosh your tush. Okay. Karen, do you still do Tushy Tuesdays? Yay! She has the cutest Instagram site. It's called Tushy Tuesdays. You have to look her up. Okay, or maybe your Instagram's not called that, but she has Tushy Tuesdays. So this is in honor of Tushy Tuesday. I had to do it because Karen showed. So you're going to take the ball, watch me first, and put it under your sacrum. We're going to begin a process of release that is just so fantastic. Now, note, I don't want you to throw your ribs up like this. I need you to keep a little bit of efficacy between your pubic bone and the bottom of your ribs. So your belly is it's not tight, but it's not bleh. Okay, I need a little bit of action there. Then the feet are going to be pretty wide. You're going to swoosh your tush just gently side to side by pushing your elbows into the floor and doing this action. But then I'm going to ask you to start to make it bigger as you swoosh your tush and side bend from side to side. You can emphasize the upper body, or you can emphasize sticking your butt out and sticking your butt out. So play with the movement, starting small and gaining more ground.
Any suggestions if we don't have a gorgeous ball?
Who was that?
Karen?
Oh, okay. So what I would do if I were you is, do you see that couch pillow behind you?
Yeah, just use that.
Yeah. Because that's enough to kind of give you a little slippy slide. It's not a race. I don't want you to be like trying to do cardio work. I want you to self-locate, which means take time to experience the movement and the breath. Oftentimes I'll swoosh to one side, stay there, and then take a massive inhale in. Feel where the breath goes. Exhale. And then move to the other side. And inhale. Feel how the breath inhabits your body and inner stretches, and then exhale. Now, swoosh your tush all the way to the right. And then lay your left leg onto the floor. And then roll completely onto your left side and use your left arm as a pillow. Now, move your hips forward and back like you're trying to shove your sleeping partner off to the side of the bed. Move over. Come on, move over. Just sort of roll the side of your obliques / low back, Cheryl back. You can remove your clothing from the area and just smash the ball with your side of your waist and pelvis. Then just discontinue moving and stay there. And breathe. Maybe begin to outstretch your arms over your head and use your breath again to inner stretch. Take a big inhale into your ribs and belly and exhale. Place your right hand on the floor in front of you for support and bend your left knee all the way up to your face and then straighten it out away from you. So pull your left knee all the way up to your face, like you can even hold it with your right hand. That's a contraction of all those muscles. And then soften your right shoulder and outstretch your left leg or your bottom leg way away from you again. Do this action a few times of contracting the waist and relaxing. Drag your leg along the floor and then relax. Stay in the relaxation position and stretch your whole body out. Okay, everybody come up to seated and watch me. Because this is something special. If you've never seen the Three Stooges, the Moe, Curly, and Larry, I want you're going to get back into the position you were just in, like me, and then you're going to smush the ball into the floor and do a half turn, just like that. So the ball is corkscrewing the side of your waist. You might want to take your t-shirt away so you can get a good corkscrew. So all I did was move from this position to this position by corkscrewing the ball into the floor. So go lay back down on the same side we were just rolling, the same side we were just working on. Lay over the ball, make a big log line of your body, bringing your arms over your head, and then make a quarter turn corkscrew and stay there and breathe. So you're on your left side. Take your right leg and your right leg scissors forward, your left leg scissors backwards, and then turn your chest towards the sky, and maybe put your hands behind your head, holding your head like you're sunning on the beach. So it's a big twist. And now just let your whole body fall onto your back, onto the floor. I call this Kerplunk asana. Make a big X of your body on the floor and lay there. You're no longer on the ball. Inhale and exhale. Do you notice that the left side of your body can expand and receive the inhale so much more massively than the right side? Such a bummer that I have to ask these questions and, oh, they're Frida. She gave me a thumbs up. Thanks, Frida. I'm such a people pleaser. I can't help myself. Take the ball and now roll it onto your low back and come onto your elbows like this. Frida, if this is too hard for your shoulders, you could just lay completely down like this. Actually, everybody come up like this for a moment and watch me. The ball is under my low back, and I'm either in this position doing this or I'm laying back. I'm going to show it laying back, okay? So it's underneath my low back next to where we just rolled out, and I'm going to smush the ball and do a quarter turn, and I'm going to lay here and breathe. The quarter turn will corkscrew your tissue like you're a Shar-Pei and someone has grabbed your Shar-Pei fur and twisted it. You may need to put your feet on the floor, Monica, instead of, yeah, there you go. And then do a quarter twist of your whole body over the ball. And lay there and breathe. Now, roll to your right side onto the ball. So now it's the right side that's on. Try not to get up. Try to just make it move. And do a big stretch. Sometimes I need my left foot behind me for support. Push your right arm into the floor. Contract. You can feel the contraction of those muscles. And then relax. Take a big inhale in and exhale. Huge inhale in and exhale. Place your left hand on the floor. Take your right knee all the way up to your face. Hold it, contract, and then stretch it away. Bring it in and stretch it away. When you stretch away, really give a good exhale. That's my big son walking behind me. Knee comes in and stretch away. Take your left leg, or excuse me, over your right and just stretch it out. And then walk your left foot forward into a scissor position and your right leg back. And then take your hands behind your head like you're going to be on the beach, sunning yourself, and open your chest any amount toward the sky. Bye, Zach.
Bye.
While you're here, breathe a lot. Another good one. Come on, I want to hear you let go of tension. Inhale. Exhale. Allow your body to kerplunk onto your back and remove the ball. Kerplunk. Allow yourself to be in the stillness, the relief, the release. And then roll onto your side body and come up onto your hands and your knees. And just begin to do some cat-cow here. Can you give me some cement mixer? Like your midsection is a giant cement mixer. And mix the other direction. Take your right arm and thread it through and lay the side of your upper head on the floor. If it feels good to you, you can wrap your left arm behind you and take a twist. I don't have a mat, so it hurts. Not very comfortable for me. That's better. And then reach your left arm back up into the sky and replace your left hand on the floor, coming out of the twist. And then your left arm will scoop through. Maybe your right arm reaches to the sky and wraps behind you. And then just continue coming out of that. So the final little rollout piece here that I'd like to do with you, if you've never done this with me before, it may be a little bit wonky at first, but I think you'll get it. You'll take 2 blocks at the wall. You'll watch me first, okay? And you'll line them up like a choo-choo train. This blanket is on the table. It's sort of a weird, here, that's better. Okay. The locus, the place we're gonna roll is there. You see that? It's like this cruddy little spot. And the way you get into the cruddy little spot is you lay on the floor next to, your head is not on it. It's next to, and you're moving your body into the corner of the brick so that you can use your feet to smash the ball into that location. This can be really intense, so you can use as much or as little pressure as you want. And sometimes I'll let my knees sway side to side, or I'll use my feet to push and pull against the wall, or I will lift and lower my head, turn my face, or move my arm, or just sustain compression and breathe. Did that make sense to you? So the ball gets lodged in that little spot. And Monica, if you don't have, oh, you do. Do you have a way to do that? Yeah, okay. The most important thing that you do here is breathe. And then just continue rolling. And just take a moment to turn your head from left to right and see if there's a visible difference or a locatable difference between the sides of your neck. Yeah. You'll set up for the other side. Self-locating where we're sticky and tight. And those are areas that we're not able to recruit into our experience because they're so stuck in something that already happened, rather than being free and available to locate and use for where you want to go, where you want to go, where you're ready to go. Using your power to move you in the direction that you want to go. Eliminating past experiences caught in your tissues and in your nervous system. And when you're ready, just dismount and lay there for a moment. We'll be using one of the blocks and the one ball in a moment to finish the work. Take the ball and place it underneath the bony base of your skull, where your neck and your skull come together at your suboccipitals. So it's the center of your head on the block, not the center of your uppermost portion of your neck where your head meets your neck on the block on the ball. Yep. So place the block on the floor like this, flat, and then take the ball and place it here on the block on the floor laying down. Yeah. This is the location of what is called your nuchal ligament, the nuchal ligament. And I want you to make almost imperceptible movement, like millimeter movements. Like nobody knows you're doing it except you. You can maybe even take your hands up behind there and push the ball around at the suboccipital region. This work will help you to self-regulate. I am regulating myself. And finally, you'll lay on your right side. On the ball will be at your temple on your right side on the block. Ball on temple on block. Use one of your hands to twist the ball a tiny bit and just hold it. So it's twisted against the ball. Oh, the lower ball, Marion. Yeah, there. So you're laying on the ball on the block and then just give it a twist and then release. Maybe do that a few times. A couple higher toward your brow and then a couple maybe back towards your skull and then toward your eye. And then without twisting, you can just move the ball around the temporalis area, around the bone that encompasses the soft spot. Snuggle. And then a gentle move to the other side. Just moving slowly. Pin and spin. And the roll. And then you'll dismount. You can either stay laying there for this piece or you can come to seated. And just self-observe. Just introvert your attention to the stillness and the calm and the peace. Sending out love and kindness and compassion to all those that need it at this very trying time in our lives. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you for practicing, yogis.